be issue first and be definable by the policies that you are advocating for.
Yeah.
And Zoran did that. All right, some thoughts on what we just watched.
I think Zoran got it. I think Curtis was shocking in his ability to share thoughts that wasn't being covered.
To be fair, he's done this a lot.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, this is his 11th mayoral run in a row. He's always the Republican ticket guy.
Cuomo put forward no vision. He just quibbled how that was politics.
What was really good about what Zoran was doing is not only would he actually attack Cuomo, but he would do so within the confines of like a clear-cut policy agenda that he was advancing, where he'd be like, I'm going to do this, as opposed to what Cuomo did. So it was like a double bind in that regard. It was very good.
Yeah. He moved on from like attacking Cuomo in the second half. He was like, I think I made my points. And part of me always wants it like to come back. Like, especially when they were talking about workers, I like wanted them to bring it back to Cuomo. But I guess at a certain point, it's like, you're either bothered by Cuomo's past or not. And you got to present a vision. Yeah. And Zoran presented the most of a vision.
But like I said, out of all of the people on stage, that did not say anything mean about my comments, I have to be a Curtis Lewa supporter.
Yeah.
I apologize, Zoran. I'll hit you up later. My mistake. I thought you were a real one for I was the Turkish Connect, because every New York mayor has to have a Turkish guy.
Yeah, that's true.
And sorry, it's not going to happen for me any longer. Someone made 5K on Cuomo mentioning you. I think that was fake.
Have you come to terms with the fact that anyone who likes you at some point, if they get confronted on a question on a political level, they have to say that was a shit thing for him to say? Have you come to terms with that? No politician in America can go, he was talking in a grand poetic.
No, I think like I don't have any expectation that any politician is going to defend that statement on its face, and I don't expect them to. I don't expect any politician to like endorse that statement.
And it's the second beat. People would have to truly, the people who would care, who would be bothered and not misunderstand and in bad faith take your comment, don't know who you are. They're older. They'd have to look you up. They're not going to.
Yeah.
So it's just nothing. It's nothing. Yeah. I think it's a plus.
No, it's a nothing. It's a nothing burger. It's a nothing statement, and I think it's like the reason. I think Cuomo's team is doing that because they're extremely online. Like there are people in his corner that are like obviously extremely online, because like Paul Bless said it best, where he said, why is Cuomo doing this? Who is telling him to talk about Hasan Piker 3 weeks before an election in which he's down 20 points? To me, the main factor in why Mamdani is beating his ass is that he convincingly talks about loving the city and wanting to improve it, and is transparent to anyone who isn't ideologically blinded that Cuomo sees it as a stepping stone to something else he hasn't figured out yet. And it's so obvious, because like the only thing that does is just like elevate my profile in the eyes of people who had not heard about me from a deeply negative politician, like a politician with like really, really bad. Like they said, why did you lose? And he said, it's the social media. I mean, that means there's nothing else that he took from it. There's nothing else that he learned from it other than I have to pour more money into Gen Z running the Twitter. Like that's insane. It's embarrassing that you've had no more development thought to that answer. None of his answers were good. None of them were inspiring. None of them any vision. And he had so much to answer for. Yeah. And I do think that if you've been in politics a long time, it should be hard to keep running. It should be hard, because I don't think it's good to have these politics for 40, 50 years. You should have a record that you answer to, and he couldn't answer to it. And I think that the worse your record is, the harder it should be to get reelected. That's the sign of a healthy system where new things enter. Yeah. And this is a time unlike any other where people are very clearly demanding that. Like they want that change. They want a fighter. They want someone who comes across as more earnest, comes across closer to the average voter. And Andrew Cuomo is everything. He is everything that people despise about American politics, like the institutional rot.
And he's compromised. I mean, he's compromised in that. And Trump will hold that over his head. And like, I would have hit that more.
Yeah. I think that's really important, because it's a testament to the argument that I present all the time whenever Democrats come to me and ask me like what to do about this sort of stuff, or the media, whenever they're like trying to conduct an autopsy on what went wrong. I'm like, be issue first.
Yeah.
Be very specific, be issue first, and be definable by the policies that you are advocating for.
Yeah.
And Zoran did that. And I do think that it's Cuomo over for sure after this. Like this,
You feeling really confident?
I am more worried about Curtis Lewa. Like
I just get so
honestly,
scared to get confident about anything, but I do feel good.
yeah, no, it was a great showing for Zoran. I think he did a very good job of like showcasing his positions. I think he did a very good job of showcasing his positions. He did a very good job of what he's about, what he's advocating for. All the other stuff, I think, all the other attacks that he was going to endure, I think he handled very well overall. But like you asked initially, no, my expectation is much worse because like I thought he could. There was a chance he could just like fuck me. Like I thought he was gonna be like, oh yeah, I condemn Hasan Piker.
Yeah, I learned about it. I cut off all connection to this person.
Yeah, like just
I unsubbed from the
straight up.
I also
lied
think
on camera.
This is a preview of more and more millennial candidates. It's going to be a debate about tweets. It's going to be a debate about tweets from a certain era.
It's also stupid because like when Andrew Cuomo brings that up, like I think even if other candidates bring that up in a similar vein, because like I work with a lot of candidates, and I promote a lot of candidates. Like I have a community full of people ready to go for door knocking and stuff like that, and they were all over the Zoran campaign as well.
Yeah,
and that negative association stuff is never going to work for someone like myself because I'm a polarizing figure for sure.
Sure,
but like. People know what my political positions are, no matter how hard like someone tries to bastardize them. And you either, if you know who I am, you either despise me, which you know there's a smaller group of people who despise me than love me, but they're very loud. Or you're gonna be like, yeah, he's a progressive guy. I like what he's about. I like that he's a fighter, and that's all this is. So the broad majority of the public has no clue who I am.
Yeah,
you know, so. It's very dumb to try and hammer on that point because like I'm not like if Zoran had retaliated and been like you just went on the Impulsive podcast, like if we're talking about podcasts, like you went on the podcast that got
did he really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And you know, shout out to look, I love Mike. Mike is my good friend. I'm not I don't really know Logan at all. But like, yeah, he's a much more notable figure is what I'm saying. Like Logan Paul is known by way more people than someone like myself, right?
Yeah.
So for him to try to bring that shit up is so stupid. You know?
But it just fails. I mean, it's what Democrats did with Trump, and it failed so spectacularly. It's just trying to focus on the associations and not presenting a vision. It's too easy. It feels good in the moment, and you think you got the momentum because the people who really hate it, the people who really hate you or really hate Zoran, they're going to be really loud, and you're going to get this reinforcement of like, this is working. But it's just a small select of people who are riding on their hatred of someone.
Yeah, look,
you have to present a vision.
Like he just went on the Impulsive podcast.
It's
last tweet in this thread. What is this? Fox News graphic before Zoran interview. I don't think we should have billionaires. The last tweet in this thread. Oh yeah, here. Meanwhile. Yeah, while Zoran was on Fox News, Andrew Cuomo was doing the Logan Paul, Mike Malek, Impulsive podcast, and if he wanted to, he could just easily turn around and be like, literally promoted Donald Trump, and played a role in Donald Trump becoming president. Again, like I said, I love Mike. Mike is the homie. He's the man.
I don't know Mike, so I don't give a.
He's a great dude. I love him personally. I think he's a good dude. Having said that. If we're playing politics and like smear associations, like Andrew Cuomo has so many more like attackable lines.
Yeah, and but you guys, I mean, this generation, there's so much media on them that everyone has a one thing. Everyone has a one thing you cling. It's just not. It's going to prove less and less effective as time goes on.
My favorite part was when Zoran said Hasan, he gay as says Tim Pool.
Yep.
This is what you do when you have nothing to hold on to.
Absolutely.
In this debate, you have no dog in this fight. You have no stake. So you're just like an extremely online guy. And this is what is this? Also, look who endorsed him. No.
I saw that today.
No.
Amy Schumer rhymes with Cuomo.
Oh, it's over. It's over for Cuomo. It's so Cuomo over, dude.
That's someone with their finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
That was sad. Not surprising. I'm sure it's Oh,
It's so done. It's so done.
do you feel like
What?
when Zoran wins? I mean, you've had people where you support them and then they do something that you find objectionable. Do you struggle with being honest about it?
I mean, there are currently prominent national politicians that I do talk to with regular frequency that I sometimes am very critical of.
Yeah.
You know, like AOC here, everyone is already saying it in the chat. Like AOC is a great example. Like sometimes AOC does stuff that I don't fully agree with.
Yeah.
There are very few politicians that I find myself completely in alignment. But I see politicians as servants of the public. Like they are supposed to be almost like an empty vessel that we demand they make changes through.
Yeah.
So in that regard, if I call balls and strikes, there are even Democratic politicians that I otherwise do not align with ideologically at all. But when they do good things, I give them, proper credit. Like Chris Van Hollen is a great example of this. I think he's done a lot in terms of like progressive politics, like really pushing the needle on immigrant rights. And ultimately, that's just the way I see it. So if Zoran f***s up, like, yeah, of course I'll criticize him. Your 2-minute interview with THR just dropped. Okay, well, we got to go because our podcast is about to start. We're doing Fear and with Gianmarco.
Yeah.
It's happening. He's a podcaster. He's
Hello.
Mr. Podcast. So get excited for that. And I will see you tomorrow. That's crazy. She's a thief.
You steal my shit.
But yeah, we are. I will see you guys tomorrow as always. Love you all, everybody.
First Twitch stream.
That was. How'd you like it?
It was good.
We'll talk more about it on the pod.
Yeah, we will. See you guys.
All right. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.